I think what you mentioned with the culture at the iLab, there are so many folks now working on startups. It does feel like a community.
Gotcha. And is that where you spend most of your time these days?
Not just because of the free snacks. Yes.
Okay. So there are free snacks?
There are, to confirm, for iLab users only.
Yeah. And so they've given you space, or?
So I haven't taken advantage of the space there. I've mainly gone there for workshop sessions and to meet with entrepreneurs and residents.
And is the audience there, is it mostly HBS, or do people come from across Boston, or is it just Harvard? What are the kinds of people who show up?
It's a good mix of folks. Folks from across the Harvard schools, for sure. Pretty solid HBS presence there, given the proximity to the campus, and yet it's not entirely dominated by HBS. And a lot of the broader events tend to draw in folks from the larger Boston community too.
So what advice would you give somebody who's currently graduating from undergrad and is thinking about starting a company in the future and is maybe interested in going to business school? Would you recommend that they come to business school and then think about starting their own company, or should they just go ahead and start one?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I think if you have a really good group of people to work with on the idea and a general market that you're really interested in, and you have the right and the context is right, personally you're in a state in life where you can take a bit of a risk on something, then I think give it a shot. There really is so much learning that can happen through direct experience, and business school has been great furnishing a lot of the skills required, or the skills that will be helpful in trying to get something off the ground. But it's really hard to beat just having the right group of people together at the right time. So I think for the students who have those things, it's great, and for students who are looking to find those things coming out of college, they can do it as well. I don't think business school is a necessary stop for an entrepreneur by any stretch, but I think it definitely does. It definitely can be a stop for folks who are thinking about maybe a little bit later in their careers getting into entrepreneurship.